What's up guys, I'm Hectico.
And I'm the COD 2000.
You know, I was in the Nintendo eShop the other day and I saw Mega Man X2 had just been put on there. And Mega Man X was put on a few months earlier, so I figured to celebrate the release of the X series on the Virtual Console,
we thought we'd share some of our favorite stages from the X series with you. What seems like an obstacle course of falling rocks and bottomless pits actually turns out to be pretty okay in X4. Using your wit to get to the heart container and Nova Strike was cake compared to what led ahead. This level even offers you rider armor to use against one of the tougher bosses of the series. What makes Dragoon so special is that he uses a modified Shoryuken and Hadouken, two moves from Capcom's other franchise, Street Fighter. A great stage altogether.
Sting Chameleon is my personal favorite stage and boss in the first Mega Man X for a variety of reasons. First, his song is epic. You also get an unpredictable boss strategy during the fight, and thanks to the death of a rough mini-boss left behind courtesy of Dr. Light, you get chest armor that reduces any damage taken minus that from the spikes. Nailed it.
One of the cooler stages on this list from X2. The stage song wasn't that great, but the use of hover bikes and the boots you get are well worth it. The heart container on this level was a bit perplexing, but you'll inevitably die trying to get it. Out of nowhere, a rocket launches you into the air, where you safely land inside the boss fight arena, which I've always found as a cool way to transition into the boss arena. Overdrive Ostrich was just as cool. He would chase you down on screen, and when you think you got away from him by running on an endless arena, he appears from the background just to jump back into the arena and continue the fight.
This stage is the tits. You start off on a fancy ass high-tech bike slash speeder, shooting bullets at obstacles that'll kill you pretty quickly, and it contains a pretty well hidden heart piece that's damn near impossible to get the first time around. After that segment, it's back to the regular gameplay along with a section that requires you to open electronic locks and move quick as balls. His song isn't anything special, but the fight is awesome, especially the floating boxes.
In Mega Man X5, we're introduced to Duff McWhalen's stage, which is pretty lengthy compared to most other stages. It's all happening underwater, with the rehashed version of Bubble Crab's theme from X2. And worse, you're fighting a boss before you even fight McWhalen. To say it another way, you're fighting a boss literally moments after the level starts. What makes this level interesting isn't that same fact that it's not a level to get to the boss, it's a boss that so happens to have another boss at the end. Duff McWhalen is pretty cool. He swims and spits out ice cubes, and creates a semi-maze within his arena. That's already bordered with spikes.
This stage is actually pretty. I'm in love with the backdrop of the stage, and the song is arguably one of the best in Capcom's history. Now, Gravity Beetle himself is a pain in the ass. Those stupid ass gravity bombs that he has drive me nuts, but the stage makes it all worth it.
One of my favorite stages and bosses on this list. I've never played Mega Man X3 without choosing Blizzard Buffalo as my first boss to defeat. It's a pain in the ass because the whole level is covered in ice, but on the flip side it does offer a sub-tank and everyone's favorite boots. The sadly chilly music was awesome, and the boss was one of the best boss fights to have in any Mega Man X game. His room is huge, so much to the point where Buffalo won't be on screen half the time, and the other half he's barely down on you. In the end, Frost Shield's worth it.
This stage is fun as all hell, which coincidentally the stage reminds me of hell. It's full of rising magma that's just waiting to burn X's sorry ass. It requires you to move quick as shit and baits you with a heart piece that nearly, or in some cases, actually leads to your death.
It is the last level of X3, but it's pretty epic. After a short little walk with a few disposable enemies, Zero talks to X, only for you to face Sigma once again. His first form is that of a pyromaniac that throws his shield occasionally. It's his second form that took me by awe. Kaiser Sigma gets into a giant battle armor that unleashes hell on X. A small target to aim for, and heavy amounts of damage being dealt makes Sigma pretty tough to beat. After you manage to do the impossible, Sigma turns into his virus form and will chase you as your only means of escape is up. And of course, Zero saves X again.
What other stage can you say has a badass song, spiky tanks, shitload of bats, and rail-connected platforms that do more damage than help? Not a single one except for Armored Armadillo. He's the man, and if all that wasn't enough to convince you, you can unlock a Hadouken in this stage. A goddamn Hadouken that one-shots everybody except for Vile.